Hello, Future Millionaire. You probably anticipate this video for a while already, and now the news are finally out. I'm gonna make a video about it. Let's get going. You know what I'm talking about. CoinFlex raising money. So before I go into detail in this video, I want to start with disclaimer first. First of all, I didn't talk to anybody at CoinFlex. They did not contact me for raising money. I'm also not the person who is in trouble with them. I'm not that customer who betted the farm and lost all the money. I'm none of those, so I'm not related to CoinFlex in any possible way. I also do not have any sponsorship with CoinFlex, unlike some poker game personalities. Yeah, I'm referring to that dude. And I'm going to talk quite a bit today about my opinion about this fundraise and what this means for CoinFlex and what this means for Bitcoin Cash. All right. All the disclaimer out of the way. I hope you stick with me until the end of the video because I have no idea what I'm gonna say. As always, none of the videos ever scripted. Whatever comes to mind, I say it out loud. And here we are. Okay. First of all, I read through the actual paper. Okay, I didn't just read the summaries or some news articles. I actually read their so-called white paper. I mean, this is probably the shortest white paper I've ever read in my life. Literally just 6 paragraphs, less than one A4 page actually. So let me summarize what I understand. Maybe I'm wrong, so if anybody knows better than me, please go ahead and correct me. Here's how it goes. So CoinFlex is basically a trading house. Let's call it a gambling den. Based on what I see so far, it looks more like a bucket shop than anything else. But let's just leave it at that. So they have a one big client whose money is so critical to the survival of the company, CoinFlex company, that that one client's money is equals to the withdrawal rights of all other clients combined. This is how I read out of it, because based on everything what they say is that they're missing $47 million in collaterals, something along that line, and that $47 million is critical that without it, they cannot start the withdrawal process for all other customers. So if the money comes in, the $47 million comes in one way or another, then they can start the withdrawal process for all other customers. And all customers will be made whole. Just understanding just what I get from their interview with Bloomberg, from this white paper, and from everything else they wrote online. I could be wrong, but this is what I understand. However, I have an issue with this money raising. First of all, they still don't. What they are actually doing is they're issuing collateralized debt. This is what they're doing. They're issuing collateralized debt. They basically have a debt that they owe that has a claim against somebody else, and that person cannot pay up. So they basically acted as the gambling house for a very important customer who is a big gambler, who gambled and lost, and this guy can't make it whole. And because he cannot come up with the money to pay back the house, now the house is in trouble. This is summarized in a gambling term. And I happen to have quite a bit of experience in gambling business. So because before Bitcoin Cash, for those who don't know, I was full on investing in casinos worldwide, particularly here in Australia. So basically they can't collect from the number one customer. Here are a few questions for them, because this is the thing about legal language. It is not what they say that matters, it's what they do not say that matters. Because the number one way to confuse, to mislead, and to lie is by not saying something. The thing that they do not say is the one that matters most. So here are my questions to myself, not necessarily to CoinFlex. I have no business dealing with them. I don't really care. They don't care about me. I hope they don't, because since I'm making video about them in such an unfortunate time, I'm probably already on the enemy list or whatever. But I couldn't be bothered. So Here's the thing. Based on the description of that person who is owning the money, I would like to find out, is this person that owes the money actually open an account in the individual names or in a company name? That's the first thing. Second, is this person a shareholder in CoinFlex, directly or indirectly? Third, is this person an employee of CoinFlex, directly or indirectly? None of that is being explained. All they say so far is that this person is not Three Arrow Capital. That doesn't mean much because it could be a subsidiary of Three Arrow Capital. It could be someone else. I think, using logic here, just using logic, because I don't know the inner working of this whole thing. I think this person is related to the gambling business. I think this person was probably related to the fact that they engaged one of the biggest gambling personality in online poker. I think Doug Polk. Doug Polk was his name. Polk, something along that line. I've seen his YouTube channel before. He's more of a comedian than anything else. So that guy may have introduced some big whale to them, or something along that line, and he cannot collect, or the company cannot collect. So I wonder who this person is. Here's the good news for us as a Bitcoin Cash community. Whatever they do with their debt issue, it has very limited impact on Bitcoin Cash itself, because obviously the actual trading volume and the actual client base of CoinFlex was never that big to start with. Because consider this, they say they need $47 million, then they will make up for the entirety of all other customers' money, which means this one customer represents 50% or even more of the entire customer base, monetary wise. They could have 10,000 customers, of which one guy has all the money, the other people are just small guys. So that means the actual impact on our market, on the Bitcoin Cash spot market, is minimal. We're talking about $50 million, no more than $50 million or $100 million exposure in Bitcoin Cash. This is my thinking right now. Because after all, 47 million is half, 100 million is the whole. Let's just assume the whole thing is gone, $100 million is gone. So $100 million gets removed from the Bitcoin Cash market. That's not going to have a huge impact on the price. This would explain also why, end of the day, when the news came out that the price of Bitcoin Cash did not significantly move. That is very good, possibly the reason why that didn't happen. So everything's starting to make sense. Let's call it that way. Now, there's certain information that only CoinFlex will know, and only they are willing to disclose. However, this particular fundraising struck me as odd, because they are basically handing over or finding third party to take over the debt liability at 20% interest rate. That's what it's basically going. Basically, they are selling the debt to other people at a 20% discount. This is how I understand it. Then they have some additional clause that I don't quite understand, because I literally didn't bother to read any more details. I think the best issuance of debt are the simplest issuance. Collateralized, non-collateralized. What are you collateralized against? Because if this is a collateralized debt, then we have to see what is the exact content of the debt itself. Who is this person? Imagine you want to pitch me a 20% interest return debt, collateral debt obligation, and I want to at least know what this thing is collateralized against. And if you just tell me it's just as a third party, highly reputable, has a lot of assets, we believe he can pay, that is something anybody can say. Because at the end, you can just take the money first, and then later say, oh, sorry, we didn't know that he was lying to us. Oh, sorry, we didn't know that he has even bigger obligation than we thought, therefore he can't pay back. And then suddenly, that guy's off the hook, and whoever's buying the debt is on the hook. So, at this moment, it's a very high-risk investment. Would I put money towards such a debt obligation? No, I wouldn't. Why would I? Because you're basically giving them cash for a obligation that is unaccessible in risk, because they themselves couldn't assess the risk profile at the end of the day. The very reason this thing happened to them is because they miscalculate the risk profile of the client. Let's just assume they're innocent. Of course, let's just assume the exchange itself is innocent. It gets more complicated if the exchange itself is actually involved in the part of the transaction as a related party, for example, in one way or another. We don't know that right now. Let's just hope it's not Roger Ver. I don't think it's Roger Ver, but who knows? Anything could happen. I'm assuming it is not Roger Ver who is in trouble, but if it is, my condolences. I hope you survive this winter. You survive so many, this one shouldn't be any different. So as long as we don't know who is the counterparty of that debt, it makes no sense to invest. They say they are confident they are going to raise half of that $47 million in the next 3 days. I'm wishing them good luck. I hope that is the case. But without disclosing who is the other counterparty, I think it's incredibly difficult to actually raise that money. It's almost like saying, here's 20% yielding debt and buy from me, and I will assure you I will get it back for you one day. Yeah, but meanwhile you carry the debt for me. For that to happen, 20% is not good enough. The debt obligation is unaccessible. The risk profile is basically unknown. It's a big unknown. But again, good news for the community, the Bitcoin Cash community, is that the amount of the money we are exposed to is minimum. It's only $100 million. That's not a big deal. $100 million out of a $2 billion market cap coin, that's all right. I think the market has fully priced it in. It's all good. Now, if there's more to come, because this could be just the first shoe that's dropping. If there's more shoes to drop, because I can't imagine just one client's in trouble, everyone else is okay. I assume as soon as the money is raised, every other client is gonna start a bank run, take the money and run first, because that is a logical thing to do from the client's perspective. If they have risk management problems, then whenever they go down, they can take the rest of the people with them. And the logical thing to do is just withdraw all your crypto. That's the best thing you can do. Withdraw all your crypto. Yeah, this is a recommendation I have for everybody, regardless are you with CoinFlex or FTX or any other exchanges. Just withdraw your crypto. What's the point? Crypto exchanges nowadays is so risky. Putting your money there is the equivalent of just giving the money to a random dude on the street almost. That risk is uncalculatable. And just being promised a couple percentage, 10-20% a year for such a risk, it's not justifiable from my perspective. Don't know how you guys think. I would like to know in the comment section what everyone else think about this thing. And this is just my opinion. It doesn't mean I'm right or wrong. I have no beef in the game. I don't care what is the outcome. All I care about is the Bitcoin Cash become the most amazing cryptocurrency in the world. And this is just a small setback from my perspective, because the liquidity obviously was not that big to begin with. So they probably report a lot of weird trading volumes by bots probably. That's my guess. But that was something almost too obvious. So it's not right now, not that important now. So we'll see how this goes. Good news is this thing's almost over. Yeah, they will either survive or they will not make it. Probably, if they can't make it, they're going to rebrand, change, take over their own asset with another party or something like that, and start from scratch again. If they make it, because this is really just one-off, then they will be stronger than ever. Then this exchange will come back strongly, trading volume will come back, and that will be good for Bitcoin Cash as well. So worst case scenario, $100 million liquidity is gone in the Bitcoin Cash space. Best case scenario, everyone bounce back. That's my summary. So worst information has already been out. This is a small exchange. It's not going to have a huge impact. This is the reason why decentralization is so important in cryptocurrency. If one exchange goes down, another exchange is still there. If one copy of the crypto is gone, another copy is still available. This is the simplest way you can see the advantage of investing in cryptocurrency. You're not relying on a centralized organism to survive, so that your money will survive. Anyone can start a new exchange. Anyone can start trading Bitcoin Cash on their platform anytime. It's not that difficult. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you like this content. See you in the next one. Bye.